This is Ielts speaking part 1. Can you describe a place where you live now? I live in a 2-story house in a quiet suburb, about 30 minutes from the city. The house had 3 bedrooms, a spacious living room, and a small garden at the back. It's ideal for my family because it offers plenty of space and privacy. The neighborhood is peaceful and friendly, and there are parks and schools nearby, which is great for my younger siblings. Do you live in a house or an apartment? Which do you prefer and why? I live in an apartment at the moment. It's in a very modern building with good security and decent facilities like small gym and underground parking. But if I had a choice, I would prefer to live in a house. Houses usually offer more space, privacy, and even a garden, which I would love to have. I think a house feels more personal and comfortable, especially if you're planning to stay a long time. How long have you lived there? I have lived there for almost 10 years. My family moved into the house when I was around 10 years old, so it really feels like home. I know the neighborhood pretty well, and it's just great to be surrounded by familiar faces and places. What do you like most about your home? The thing I appreciate most is the backyard. It's quiet, green space where I can sit, read, or just enjoy some fresh air. It's especially nice in the evenings when the weather is cool. Having that bit of nature right at home is something I don't take for granted. This is Ielts speaking part 2. Describe a house or an apartment you would like to live in. Here you should say where it would be, what it would look like, what special features it would have, and explain why you would like to live there. You have 1 minute to take notes if you wish. I do capture myself to live in a modern and eco-friendly house nestled somewhere along the coast, ideally in Da Nang or perhaps somewhere a bit quieter like Nha Trang. I always dreamed of living near the ocean, where I can hear the sound of the waves and feel the sea breeze every morning. The house itself should be spacious and minimalist, with large floor-to-ceiling windows that let in natural light and offer a stunning view of the sea. The design would blend natural materials like wood, stone, and glass, giving it a warm but contemporary feel. I imagine an open plan layout where the kitchen, dining, and living areas flow seamlessly into one another. The color scheme would be neutral, soft whites, light grays, and earthy tones to create a calming and airy atmosphere. As for special features of the house, I would love to have a rooftop garden with some seating and maybe even a small space for yoga or meditation. The home would also use solar panels and rainwater collection systems because I care a lot about sustainability. Another thing, I would want a small home library or reading corner by a big window, somewhere peaceful to relax with a book in my hand. The reason why I would like to live there is just not only because of its beauty or peace, but also because it's close to nature. I think living in a space like that also helps me feel more grounded and creative. If I could afford one for now, I would love to start designing it tomorrow. This is Ielts speaking part 3. What are some differences between living in an apartment and a house? Well, there are several clear differences between living in an apartment and living in a house. The most obvious being space and privacy. Houses typically offer more room, both indoors and outdoors, which makes them feel suitable for families or people who need extra space. They often come with yard or garden, which is something you rarely find in apartments. On the other hand, apartments are usually smaller but more convenient, especially in urban areas. They are often located in central locations, close to public transport, shops, and offices, which can be a big advantage for people with busy lifestyles. Another difference is the level of independence. In a house, you're not sharing walls or facilities with other people, so you generally enjoy more peace and quiet. Apartments, on the other hand, involve living in close proximity to neighbors, which can sometimes mean dealing with noise or limited privacy. Hence, apartments usually require less maintenance and may include shared amenities like security, parking, or even a gym, which can be quite convenient. Overall, I think the choice depends on personal needs. Some people value the space and freedom of the house, while others prefer simplicity and accessibility of apartment living. Why do people move to a new home? As far as I know, people move to a new home for a variety of reasons, both personal and practical. One of the most common reasons is a change in life circumstances. For example, getting married, having children, or starting a new job in a different city. These events often require more space, a better location, or simply a fresh start. Another reason is financial. As people's incomes increases, they might choose to upgrade to a larger or more comfortable home. On the other hand, some might downsize to save money, especially after retirement or during difficult economic times. Quality of life is also a big motivator. People often move in search of a better environment, perhaps to live in a quieter neighborhood, to be closer to nature, or to have access to better schools or healthcare facilities. In some cases, people are forced to move due to external pressures such as rising rents, natural disaster, or redevelopment projects. Overall, whether it's by choice or necessities, moving home usually reflects a desire for improvement, either in terms of lifestyles, comfort, or opportunities.
If you learned something today, great. If not, just say you took after someone else. This is Tara, disappearing like your grammar notes.